San Francisco Sheriff's Office has signed on to this 30 by 30 initiative.
San Francisco does lead the way in terms of diversity. However, at the moment, we only have about 14% women that are sworn staff.
So, in an effort to boost those numbers, the Sheriff's Office is set to host its third annual Women's Leadership Conference, and it is coming up next week. Here now with me live in studio is Tanzania Carter, Assistant Sheriff of the San Francisco Sheriff's Office, and Captain Linda Bowie. Thank you both so much for being here. Tanzania, I know that you've been in law enforcement for a long time. What do you see as the biggest obstacle in recruiting more women in the ranks?
Honestly, the biggest obstacle is us as women because we don't see ourselves in this culture. And that's why we are doing the Women's Leadership Conference, because we want women to see themselves, see us in law enforcement. So our biggest goal is to make sure that they feel that they are a part of the culture.
And Captain Bowie, you've been in the department for some time. What brought you to a career in law enforcement?
I actually have a family member who works for the Sheriff's Department. And during that time, I actually was able to go have a tour in the jail. And during my interactions, I remember every single female deputy I saw said, "We need more women, we need more women." And that really gave me the encouragement and the belief that I could do the job as well.
That's so inspiring. Assistant Sheriff, I know that you've been working really hard on this conference coming up next week. In fact, we have a fun little TikTok video that you did of last year's event. I mean, this is really an opportunity for women to see themselves in these roles and to meet other women, right, who have excelled. Tell me a little bit about what's planned at this year's conference.
This is probably the biggest and best conference this year in regards to women and being in law enforcement. We have so many sheriffs, female sheriffs that are coming. We have chiefs and military. Ann Carrizales, who has her own story about being shot in the face and getting back in the car to capture the people that did this to her. There's so much resilience in what we're bringing, and women need to hear the stories of not only the challenges, but the victories that we have in law enforcement.
I remember that story. That is going to be compelling to hear it from her. Captain Bowie, I know that there are a lot of men who are invited to speak at this conference. We have a list of some of the speakers. It includes some really high-ranking officials, obviously, the San Francisco police chief as well. Why is it important, Captain, to hear from the male perspective on this?
I think with this initiative that we have, it's important to have the male perspective as well, because we can't do this alone in increasing the number of women that are in law enforcement. We need our male partners as well to champion us and support us through this process.
Something else that I think is really interesting that you're going to be doing is talking about organizational wellness. Why is that so important, Assistant Sheriff?
Yeah, wellness is so important in the field that we're in, the stress that we go through. So for women, it's even an added stress because we are in a male-dominated career. So we need to know how to take care of ourselves as we are taking care of our families. And what we are concentrating on and focusing on is our wellness, our health and our wellness, because when we have better or well police officers, we are better able to take care of our communities that we serve.
Captain, something else that I really like that's going to be happening at this conference is this table talk. Really, it seems like an intimate opportunity for those interested in law enforcement to really hear from those who are excelling.
Correct. It's an opportunity for people to come and speak to leaders that have been in the department, work through many years of their careers here, and learn from them, from their perspectives, their life experiences, and be able to just have one-on-one conversations if we need to see what people are really wanting to know about when they're thinking about coming into this profession.
Obviously, third year, this has been quite successful for you. What are you hearing from those who attend?
Just bigger, better, greater. They enjoy hearing the voices of the women and their stories, and that will never go away. We need to hear the voices of the women who are already at the table and understand how they navigated this male-dominated career and rose to the top, because there are so many people like us. I want to just give kudos to Captain Bowie, who was our first Asian female as the captain in our department. And as great as that is, 175 years we've been in law enforcement, we have to bring more women up and promote them, qualify women who are doing the job And that's what this is about, really celebrating the women who are already doing the job.
Well, that's quite an accomplishment, Captain. How does it feel to know that you are among the first? And then what is your message to those out there who might be thinking about a potential career in law enforcement?
I think it's great to have that feeling to be one of the first, but I know it's not going to be the last. And that's what I want to encourage women who are out there, men or women, that are interested in law enforcement. It is something, if you have the passion to do and you want to do, you have the support system around you with your family, your friends, it's something that you should take the initiative and try.
Well, we really appreciate you both. Captain Bowie, appreciate it. Assistant Sheriff Carter, thank you both. I hope that there is a big turnout. If you are interested, a reminder that this event is coming up on March 19th. It will be held at the War Memorial Veterans Building in San Francisco. Again, ladies, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a great time.